Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star original continent based on novel. So let's start. The virtual universe, in the space belonging to huge axe creator. Amidst the darkness, flashes of starlight could be seen from afar where a plain-looking palace was suspended in the core of the dark space. There were long stone benches in front of the palace where figures were appearing out of nowhere, one after the other. In just a short time, many had arrived, including huge axe creator, primal chaos city leader, and deserted mirror master, who were all unable to conceal their shock expressions. "I believe everyone has heard," huge axe creator said, scanning his surroundings. "Star Tower has disappeared." "We all just heard." "How could Star Tower disappear? It has been standing firmly in the void space for an eternity. Even Universe Supreme Masters are unable to take it down by force, so how can it disappear so suddenly?" This breaking news had all the higher-ups, even the most strong-hearted ones, in shock and disbelief. "Look!" Huge axe creator pointed far into space. A scene played before them in the faraway, dark sky. Star Tower was throwing millions of undying soldiers out of it, followed closely by the dispersion of the 9 whirlpool nebulas. Then Star Tower shrunk, teleported, and vanished from its spot. Undoubtedly, Primal Chaos City leader whispered, there must be some great being controlling Star Tower. That is how the undying fighters of various races could be thrown out of every plane of Star Tower within such a short time. This great being caused the 9 whirlpool nebulas to disperse and Star Tower to shrink and teleport away. But who? "Who wields such power?" said a universe master wearing elegant, golden armor with purple engravings between his brows. "Back then, the automaton race, the bug soldiers, the demons, and us, we all fought for this supreme true treasure that suddenly appeared. We fought and killed like crazy, yet in the end, all 4 pinnacle races were unable to do anything to Star Tower. Even when huge axe creator entered personally, he too was unable to take Star Tower." "Void Gold Master is right," someone else spoke up. "Purely based on power, who could have done it?" There was incessant chattering all over as the universe masters of the human race voiced their opinions. Huge axe creator nodded and said, "We all have reached a consensus that purely based on power, it is indeed impossible to take Star Tower. After all, in the countless years that Star Tower has been out in the battlefield, not only have the 4 pinnacle races tried and failed, even other great powers of the universe like the Ancestral God School, the Space Beast Alliance, the Northern Territory Alliance, and some other weaker powers have all tried discreetly, but no one has succeeded." All the universe masters nodded. "Including myself," added huge axe creator. "I'm afraid all of the universe supreme masters have already tried." He shook his head. "All have failed. With power alone, it is indeed impossible. Taking Star Tower requires an opportunity with a touch of luck. My guess is, a certain great being has gotten lucky and managed to take Star Tower in a stroke of good fortune. Many true super beings in the universe have been trying since long, long ago, but have not succeeded. This time, the one who has managed to take Star Tower must be a very powerful being. A weakling. An undying. Universe Knight." Universe Masters instantly started shouting. "Regardless of who he is, so long as he can control Star Tower, he is no weakling." Huge axe creator scanned everyone. "Hiding within Star Tower. Even I cannot achieve that." The other Universe Masters nodded with envy in their eyes. Star Tower was a supreme true treasure, indeed. Even a pinnacle race like the humans did not have a supreme true treasure to reign dominance. Every supreme true treasure had unbelievably strong power, to the extent of having strange characteristics. Universe Supreme Masters coveted them, but Universe Supreme Masters were very rare. There were only a few of them. However, there was still a number who did not possess any supreme true treasures. Huge axe creator, for one, did not own any. "We must get to the bottom of it." Huge axe creator ordered, "Make use of the resources from my home alliance and conduct a thorough search for information. We must get to the bottom of the matter. Whose hands have Star Tower fallen into? If he is a weakling, then he won't be able to hide inside Star Tower forever. We can still find the chance to take Star Tower from away him, or even find out how he managed to control it. Yes, sir. Yes. All the universe masters accepted his order. Huge Axe Creator emphasized with solemnity, we humans lack such a supreme true treasure. We must find a way to get it. In the universe that belonged to automaton race, a voice representing the noblest being of the automaton race sounded and was transmitted to every corner. My children, go look into it. Find out who has taken Star Tower. Even if he has the supreme true treasure, he will not be able to hide inside Star Tower forever. If he is a weakling, we definitely have a chance to take Star Tower away from him. Yes, Father God. Yes, Father God. All universe masters of automaton race received the order. In the vast, starry sky, a giant being whose body was entirely covered with black scales made a gradual appearance. The surroundings within a radius of a few light years instantly fell into a world of endless, dark flames, and within this area, all levels of stars seemed to disintegrate into nothing and vanish from sight. This towering presence was all that existed. How long since I have been back in the primal universe, said the figure. How familiar it feels. This is my homeland. If not for Star Tower, I cannot imagine how long it would have taken for me to make it back here from Universe Ocean. Back then, I was unable to take Star Tower away. Yet there was some fellow in the primal universe who actually succeeded. I must find Star Tower and find that fellow. I must find out how he controlled Star Tower. If not for the lack of a supreme true treasure, would I have been defeated by that old beast god from the Space Beast Alliance? The figure in black scales moved slowly. It vanished into thin air. The top 9 powers in the universe were all eager to take action, as a supreme true treasure was simply too tempting. Even the few great beings, who were universe supreme masters that roamed about as loners had taken action, let alone the universe masters, who had clans under their leadership. There were some clans with merely one universe master. Those were the ones who greatly desired to own the Star Tower. If I manage to get the Star Tower, then I won't even have to fear universe supreme masters. By that time, my tamer race will have hopes of being a pinnacle race. The shocking news of the human known as Luo Feng killing a universe overlord was nothing compared to the breaking news that the supreme true treasure, Star Tower, had disappeared. It was enough to shake the foundation of a pinnacle race. Star Tower was the most precious existence within the entire universe. With hundreds of billions of people from various clans looking for it, those who had been concerned about Luo Feng dwindled in number. Even if there were any, they were most likely the most persistent ones among the demons, automaton race, and bug soldiers, so keen on eliminating Luo Feng that they would never let their guard down. Ancestral God Secret Region, Redbud Island. The commotion that arose from the disappearance of Star Tower caused quite a stir, thought Luo Feng. The excitement has boiled over. Luo Feng appeared at Redbud Island in the residence that belonged to him. This was the 3rd day since he had taken Star Tower, and since then, he had been following everything that happened on the outside through the virtual universe. All was turmoil. The Hong Alliance's universe masters and all those undying beings who had made their way to the battlefields were engaged in heated discussion. And that was only within the Hong Alliance. There were also other powers in the universe, but through the information being disseminated within the Hong Alliance, it could be seen that everyone had gone mad over this news. No wonder Sitting Mountain guest teacher strictly commanded me not to divulge the news about Star Tower, Luo Feng thought. He was appalled. If I had been exposed, and the outside world found out I could control Star Tower, teacher Sitting Mountain guest alone would certainly not be able to protect me. Luckily, I can protect myself now, so I can make a foothold independently in this turbulent universe. He took a step forward, opened the doors of his mansion, and flew off in the direction of the palace in front of the public square, where the island master of Redbud Island resided. Look, it's Luo Feng. It's the human, Luo Feng. He is back on Redbud Island. It has been 200,000 years since he last appeared. Luo Feng has power that matches that of a top-tier universe overlord, so rarely coming to Redbud Island is nothing strange at all. There were many cultivators from various races on Redbud Island, and this discussion started when a team of candidates spotted him while they were flying. Luo Feng, on the other hand, was flying toward the public square. Passing through the water curtain of a fountain, he arrived at the land of inheritance. There were clearly a great many opportunities for inheritance. A while later, Luo Feng made his exit and flew directly back to his mansion. There, Luo Feng stayed in isolation for 5 days, before he once again made his way to the land of inheritance to accept his share. Retreat. Inherit. Retreat. Inherit. Almost every other day, Luo Feng would enter once to accept his inheritance. This quickly aroused the attention of many cultivators on Redbud Island. There were many such discussions about this. After all those battles that Luo Feng welcomed with untamed abandon, he has since earned a humongous amount of opportunities for inheritance. But even if he has that many opportunities, is there a need to be so wasteful? Without feeling what it's like to undergo cultivation, accepting all those inheritances would be totally pointless. What a waste. However, Luo Feng simply paid no heed to all the things others were saying, shaking his head to himself. I am highly accomplished in the studies of pictures of secret engravings, and can comprehend by analogy. Every time I make my way in to accept my inheritance, I can quickly comprehend a large quantity of content pertaining to the beast god path. How fast is my speed of cultivation? Without the ability to comprehend, a beast god inheritance would mean nothing. Yet Luo Feng was able to feel and comprehend a large amount of information, because he was highly accomplished in the studies of pictures of secret engravings, so every time he went for another round of inheritance, he would be able to make additional progress. After all, in terms of level, Luo Feng had already created a technique that matched the level of an ultimate technique of a universe master. With the heart of beast god, he had attained an extremely high level of comprehension, so naturally, accepting the beast god path was a piece of cake. Once every 5 days, he would accept one beast god inheritance. When he was only at his 3rd round of inheritances, Luo Feng could already grasp full comprehension of the 4th stage of the beast god path. It was like a university student studying doing elementary school homework. There was also inheriting, a rapid method to boost the speed of comprehension. However, he was much slower in progressing at the 5th stage of the beast god path. Bug soldiers, demons, and members of the automaton race were all racking their brains in search of a solution. Hurry! Report to the race. Luo Feng is here on Redbud Island. That annoying Luo Feng. The guts he has to come here to Redbud Island. If you want to kill Luo Feng, you would have to get a universe master involved. However, the moment any of our universe masters showed up at Redbud Island, they will be annihilated right away by the 5-color Aurora Lake. As for us, we do not even own the qualifications or the rights to enter the island. If we are disguised within the human territory, we could still have a shot. But given the ancestral god school's power, which is much stronger than that of humans, if Luo Feng decides to hide on Redbud Island, there is really nothing we can do. Luo Feng remained on Redbud Island, cultivating at his leisure. My golden horned beast body has gone through 2 months of traveling among the stars. It has finally arrived at the destination of the 5th black metal board. Luo Feng revealed a trace of a smile. 2 months before, just after taking Star Tower, Luo Feng had separated his bodies. The original Earthling body went to Redbud Island with his Mosha body to attract the attention of other races. He practiced in public, and he even flew to the land of inheritance instead of teleporting himself there every time he went, because he wanted the other races to know where he was. As for Golden Horned Beast Body, he arrived at a faraway territory in the universe through God Country transportation, and then flew to his destination, the ancient Qin secret region, by spaceship. I'm a high achiever on the engraving picture path. If it weren't for the bet with Ancestor, I would have reached an extremely high level on laws. Perhaps I would have finished the 6th level of Beast God path by now. But concentrating on the engraving picture path did help me a lot. Still, the Beast God inheritance from the Ancestral God School is also beneficial, thought Luo Feng. Without Beast God inheritance, I'll need 10 years to complete the 4th level, and it might take me 100,000 years to finish the 5th level. And this is with the help of advances on the engraving picture path. Those beast god inheritances give me maximum efficiency. As long as I want, I can receive those inheritances as much as I can. It seems that I need to stay on Redbud Island for a while longer. Luo Feng flew out of his palace and flew toward the island leader's palace. Many onlookers took notice. Luo Feng's here. He goes to receive beast god inheritance once every several days. Some other races kept careful records of Luo Feng's activities, as they had been ordered to gather as much information about him as possible. It was important to gather such information if they wanted to kill that supreme being Luo Feng. Go ahead and take records, thought Luo Feng. Take records of all my moves. You've miscalculated my power, and you'll miss everything. I'll show you what going for wool and coming home shorn means. Luo Feng flew into the spring and went to the land of inheritance. The ancient Qin secret region was a region that had a diameter of 1.2 million light-years. Though it was much smaller than Ancestral God's secret region, it was still extremely dangerous. A seeming ordinary, garnet spaceship flew through space. Inside the control room, a lovely golden horned beast sat on the couch and gazed outside. Based on the information from Master Mountain Sitting Guest, the 5th black metal is in this region. The ancient Qin secret region. Information about the ancient Qin secret region from the virtual universe immediately flooded Golden Horned Beast's mind. This ancient region had been born when the universe first came into being. There had been several wars fought here for the valuables. Gradually, the number of valuables in the secret region had lessened, and because it was extremely dangerous, supreme beings stopped coming. However, some undying fighters and universe knights would occasionally come here and try their luck. It was extremely dangerous, and most of the valuables had been taken. That made the region highly unattractive. Even many special life forms left, and it became desolate. A desolate secret region. Dangerous and containing almost no valuables. The 5th black metal is here. Master Mountain Sitting Guest really knows how to find places to hide things. I sensed it. The golden horned beast's eyes gleamed, and every cell in his godly body was thrilled. He could sense the powerful summoning. Golden horned beast teleported himself outside, and put the spaceship back in his world ring. That direction. Golden horned Luo Feng teleported himself toward the source. It was hazardous, but Golden horned beast, who was much more powerful than top-tier universe overlords, easily passed across all of them. The 5th black metal, thought Golden horned Luo Feng as he gazed into the distance. Endless black mist permeated the space. Everything was dark. However, Luo Feng was certain that the 5th black metal was there. Though his golden horned beast body didn't need it anymore, the original earthling body did need it. When the earthling body reached the perfect life gene level, he could also have a godly body 55,000 miles tall. Then he would be able to perform, I am the universe as well. Be careful, he told himself. 9 Tiger River. Golden water started to churn in the space, covering an area with a radius of 19 million miles. 9 strange beasts were frolicking in the golden waves, surrounding a black golden horned beast. Move forward. Golden horned Luo Feng flew slowly in the dark, while 9 Tiger River checked for dangers. After a short while, he had flown 100 million miles. A giant being flew past him, glaring at the black golden horned beast in the golden waves. Golden horned beast kept flying into the deep. He had performed Space Seal, and kept 9 Tiger River running. He felt like he was being watched by a great being. I know teacher wouldn't let me have the 5th black metal so easily, he thought. Golden horned Luo Feng was careful. Suddenly, a gigantic being showed up in the dark, and dashed toward his 9 Tiger River domain. 9 Tiger River tried to stop him, but the efforts were rendered useless. The giant being slashed through the waves and raced at Luo Feng. Golden horned beast saw a black crystal giant 1,000,000 miles tall. He was waving all 6 of his thick arms and held a red hammer in each of his hands. Black Sky Horde Leader. The golden horned beast was startled. There lived some extremely powerful special life forms in the ancient Qin secret region, and Black Sky Horde Leader was a top-tier universe overlord who could rival the most powerful world tree. He was a unique mountain giant. And he had a life gene level of 8,000 times. All 6 hammers he wielded were senior true treasures, and he was invincible with his inherited techniques. I'm in trouble, Golden Horned Beast thought as he stared at the mountain giant. I can defeat him, but that giant body. It's too difficult to kill him. Get out. Get out. Black Sky Horde Leader roared. Black Sky Horde Leader, I don't mean to offend you, but don't try to stop me, said the golden horned beast as he grew to 1,000,000 miles long. With his black scales on, and he gazed at Black Sky Horde Leader in the distance. Golden horned beast, you can't come here, Black Sky Horde Leader said. In no time, Black Sky Horde Leader had cut through all the obstacles in the Nine Tiger River with a radius of 19 million miles. Get away, the golden horned beast roared and became a beam of golden light. Sharp and cold, his giant, scaled wings slashed at Black Sky Horde Leader. Black Sky Horde Leader was also a renowned being in the universe. He rarely showed himself, as he had been living in the ancient Qin secret region, but he was as powerful as Heavenly Erosion Palace Leader, and the most powerful world tree. Damn it! Black Sky Horde Leader roared. Golden engravings showed up on his black crystals. Countless engravings covered his entire godly body, and the space around him was torn. The golden horned beast felt a black hole being formed. 6 hammers smashed at the golden horned beast, and 6 black space whirlpools were formed under the special techniques mixed with his inherited techniques. All went dark. Light was totally swallowed under the move by Black Sky Horde Leader, and Luo Feng, in the domain of Nine Tiger River, sensed 6 whirlpools racing toward him. Under the wing, all 6 space whirlpools crumbled, and the wing hit the chest of Black Sky Horde Leader. Black Sky Horde Leader bounced away, and rolled through Nine Tiger River. Everything around them was annihilated before it started to recover slowly. Amazing, golden horned beast, said Black Sky Horde Leader. I'm not your match. Black Sky Horde Leader roared and flew outside. Golden horned beast didn't stop him. Because of the beast god armor, Luo Feng was able to use every part of his body to fight, and the most powerful part was the horn. However, he knew that it was almost impossible to kill Black Sky Horde Leader, who had the same quality of godly body as he did. All he needed to do was to intimidate him. Black Sky Horde Leader turned his head and transmitted the voice the second he exited the domain of Nine Tiger River. Golden horned beast, you're not supposed to be here. I admire your power since you're stronger than me. But leave if you want to survive. Otherwise, my master will kill you. Black Sky Horde Leader flew off into the dark. Black Sky Horde Leader's words shocked Luo Feng. His master, muttered Luo Feng. Black Sky Horde Master is a top-tier universe overlord, and he's difficult to kill even by universe masters, but he has a master. Just where have you hidden the 5th black metal, teacher? Luo Feng understood that this was not an easy task. Just wait and see. I'll see who the master of this Black Sky Horde Leader is. I'm not afraid even of Universe Supreme Masters. Luo Feng kept moving forward, stepping on the golden waves. The golden horned beast was at the center of Nine Tiger River, and he kept going, moving deeper into the secret region. Surrounded by the rolling Nine Tiger River, golden horned beast advanced and penetrated his way through carefully. In the faraway darkness, that golden horned beast is making its way to Master's palace. We have to stop him. We cannot let him bother Master. Silver Dragon, not even I am able to stop him. It's the same for you. I may not be able to stop him, but Black Sky, you are definitely able. Our powers may be comparable, but your godly body is much bigger than mine. With such a massive godly body, you may be able to pester him persistently and hold him back for a long time. But you are retreating after your first defeat. Don't you know that Master's stateliness should never be compromised? Yet you condoned the golden horned beast's act of intruding into Master's palace. No, Silver Dragon. His power is much stronger than you think. If he had really wanted to shake me off his tracks, there would have been no way I could stop him. What? You can't stop him? Could he possibly be a universe master? Even if he isn't, his powers are comparable, Black Sky Horde leader said. We shall take things a step at a time. Let him meet with Master for now. Since he does not want to heed my advice, if he gets annihilated, we are not to blame. If he meets our Master and causes a disturbance, his only end will be to face annihilation. That's right, another cold voice said. That golden horned beast is going to regret this. Let's go. Black Sky Horde leader, together with the other small figure on his body, disappeared quickly into the darkness. Golden waves surged forward rapidly, and swept through the void space, clearing all obstacles in its way. Golden Horned Beast cast his gaze into the distance. Black Sky Horde leader's words made him cautious. After all, this was the place Sitting Mountain guest teacher had arranged. Earlier, the third black metal board had been found to be with the Green Knight and Purple Knight. Those were definitely universe overlords. As for the fourth black metal board, he'd had to meet with Craftsman Master. Now, for the fifth piece, the final black metal board, this would probably be an extraordinary experience, too. If he can enslave Black Sky Horde leader, this master must be at least a universe master, Luo Feng speculated. Following the intense beckoning of the black metal board, Golden Horned Beast advanced progressively. Half an hour later, there were no longer any obstructions in the way. Obviously, all the other special life forms were apprehensive after witnessing the loss Black Sky Horde leader had suffered. They gave up trying to stop this Golden Horned Beast. That annoying Golden Horned Beast. How dare he bother Master? He is indeed very powerful. Sir Black Sky was defeated by him. We shall see. When he meets with Master, he is going to regret it. But by then, it will be too late for regrets. Golden Horned Beast could faintly feel the other special life forms secretly watching him from afar, but they were not bothering him, so he did not feel like paying them any attention. Half an hour after he started out, amidst the dark mist ahead, the corner of the large palace started to show up indistinctly. This towering palace was fully cloaked with a coat of blood red, and the single corner that was revealed was simply unbelievable. A palace. Golden Horned Beast manipulated Nine Tiger River to advance at a rapid speed, and soon, he arrived at the main doors of the palace. The doors seemed ordinary, but they exuded an overwhelming amount of power. Above the doors, there were 3 extremely complicated sets of secret engravings. Though they were indecipherable, the meanings of the 3 words were directly transmitted into his mind: Blood Cloud Palace. Blood Cloud Palace. Riding the rolling, golden waves in front of the palace, Golden Horned Beast's face registered a shocked expression. The legendary Blood Cloud Palace. The fifth black metal board is here in Blood Cloud Palace. Golden Horned Luo Feng was thunderstruck. At the same time, on the faraway Redbud Island, the moment his original Earthling body got this news, it connected with the virtual universe, without delay, and started a deliberate investigation. Luo Feng was no stranger to Blood Cloud Palace. It was very prominent among the billions of super great beings of various races in the universe. Yet wherever Blood Cloud Palace traversed became a sea of bloody massacres. Blood Cloud Master was a strangely wicked character. Whenever he found a certain great being to be an eyesore, he would kill without a second thought, and the killing extended to the home of the great being. At times, he would even attack the core of a race's territory. When he had a target in mind, he killed without mercy. However, as far as his background, identity, what race was he from, and his true power, all of these were unknown. All that was known about him was that his Blood Cloud Palace was a flying palace-type true treasure. Back when it had run rampant in the universe, it killed countless and made enemies with almost 99% of all the powers in the universe. There were many universe masters who wanted him dead, but although Blood Cloud Palace Master was a loner, he was powerful to the extent of annihilating 2 universe masters single-handedly. The number of universe overlords who had fallen at his hands was even more alarming. Moreover, the moment he sensed that the situation might not be favorable to him, he would flee the scene in his Blood Cloud Palace at top speed. Over the course of many long years, there had been no great being who could contain this Blood Cloud Palace Master. And if there was some power who went head-on with Blood Cloud Palace Master, he would react like a raving lunatic and conjure up all sorts of retaliation methods to deal with his opponent. An evil lunatic, powerful and mysterious. This was Blood Cloud Palace Master. No one knew where his home was, what the true threshold of his power was, whether he was a special life form, or if he belonged to a certain race. Everything about him was a mystery. Because he was always dressed in a blood-red battle robe and wore a blood-red mask, his true appearance was also a mystery. During his craziest moments, he once made the entire universe hate him while he continued living at ease and comfort, and even annihilated 2 universe masters. Battles between universe masters were always close, the victor was always difficult to predict. Yet he had killed 2. This was strong evidence of how overpowering he was. Rumors had it that Blood Cloud Palace Master was of human origins. Because no matter how perverse Blood Cloud Palace Master was, killing and annihilating countless lives, including great beings from the Ancestral God School, the Northern Territory Alliance, the Crystal Clan, the Prison Clan, the Bug Clan, the Demon Clan, the Automaton Race, and the Space Beast Alliance, the human race was always free from harm. As for the 9 Territories Alliance and others, which were one notch lower in strength, they would undoubtedly suffer a great deal. If a universe overlord of a certain race was killed by Blood Cloud Palace Master, it was best to let the matter go. If the race decided to continue fighting on, they would suffer greater losses. After all, even the various top powers in the Ancestral God School were unsuccessful in dealing with this Blood Cloud Palace Master. Blood Cloud Palace, Golden Horned Beast said. It raised its head to look at the 3 engraved words on the top of the palace doors. Back when Blood Cloud Palace Master ran rampant in the universe, so full of arrogance as if nobody could beat him, he was definitely a mysteriously overpowering presence. However, since that glorious period, rumors of him have dwindled. He eventually started to disappear from the scene. Thereafter, he only emerged twice. The last time he made an appearance was about 3 million eras ago. He has disappeared for much too long. There has been no news at all, and various powers of the universe have speculated that Blood Cloud Palace Master must be one of the universe masters in disguise, assuming another identity. But there is no longer any need for this disguise now. So he has yet to make another appearance. Luo Feng finished looking into the relevant detailed information that he found within the virtual universe. He only had one thought in mind. This was a lunatic. A powerful lunatic. He was a loner free of all constraints and attachments. Even top powers who fought him suffered in the end. Whoever came forth to provoke him would simply have to fight. Who would have known that the Blood Cloud Palace was hiding here? And with Black Sky Horde leader guarding it. Luo Feng was dumbfounded. No wonder not a single great being could find it. After all, the Universe Masters do not really care much about visiting ancient secret regions, and the ordinary Universe Knights wouldn't even be able to make it to the doors with Black Sky Horde leader standing guard. Various races of the universe only know that this is Black Sky Horde leader's territory. What they didn't know is that this is actually the home of Blood Cloud Palace Master. What should I do? Should I go in or not? Blood Cloud Palace Master's fame was overwhelming, his strength was overpowering, and he had killed 2 Universe Masters single-handedly. Based on calculated estimations, his power had to be a close match to Primal Chaos City leader. No wonder Black Sky Horde leader had been so confident earlier on. Moreover, Blood Cloud Palace was a flying palace-type true treasure. However, based on what he could sense, that black metal board was within this palace-type true treasure. How about I enter this true treasure? Golden Horned Beast hesitated for a while, but was quick to come to a decision. A flying palace-type true treasure's main purpose is to protect its owner. I have never heard of this Blood Cloud Palace being able to trap a great being. The palace doors were open. No more hesitation. Golden Horned Beast shrank the size of 9 Tiger River right away, while flying straight for the palace doors. Flying through the doors, he reached a gigantic and spacious public square from which he had a clear of 3 faraway palaces. The main palace was in the middle, while the other 2 were side palaces. Indistinctly, he could see that there seemed to be other palaces behind the main palace. It must be in the main palace. Golden Horned Beast could clearly sense the intense beckoning from where he was, so at top speed, he flew in the direction of the main palace. The main palace exuded a murderous and overbearing aura that seemed to know no limit. As Golden Horned Beast entered, a blood-red throne in the main palace was the first sight that greeted him. But there was no one on the throne. Where is Blood Cloud Palace Master? Could it be that he is not here? He is the master of Blood Cloud Palace. The moment I entered, he should have been able to sense my presence. Why is he not showing himself? Such thoughts were running through Golden Horned Beast's mind, but he did not show signs of hesitation. He had to act. Following the beckoning, he speedily arrived at the rear chamber of the main palace. The palace was divided into the main palace, several other side palaces, and many rear chambers. Golden Horned Beast moved at an alarming speed along the corridors. Here it is. He rammed his way through the doors and entered and found his way into a secret room. Upon entering, the sight that greeted Golden Horned Beast was mildly startling. In this room, there was a large quantity of valuables that exuded various kinds of powerful auras. Judging by their auras, there must have been a large amount of precious materials among them. There was a startling number of treasures in the room. Even at one quick glance, he could see at least several tens of thousands of treasures, of which there must be as many as 100 true treasures. Based on Luo Feng's assessment, these should only be ordinary true treasures. Is this a treasure vault? Luo Feng wondered. But the doors were pushed open so easily. No. This is Blood Cloud Palace. How can its master be so confident? Just laying everything out in the open. My guess is, to Blood Cloud Palace Master, these may not be precious after all. Hundreds of true treasures, tens of thousands of treasures, vast amounts of materials. All of them gave this treasure vault a boundless breath of life. Yet Golden Horned Beast only had eyes for that one item placed directly in the middle of the materials, a piece of black metal board that seemed to be incomplete. The fifth piece. However, Golden Horned Beast felt strange. Could it really be this easy? A thread of godly power shot out from the sharp-pointed tip of Golden Horned Beast's horns and intruded on the metal board. Very quickly, the last section of information from the 9-volume manual surged into Luo Feng's consciousness in a frenzied, unrestrained manner. This video will end here.